cappuccino cup. And you use the right pitcher for the right amount. So again, if you look at a lot of places, they will have a huge pitcher and they will put a ton of milk and they will steam and then steam again and steam again and steam again. They're not steaming cold milk. So no, you actually use the proper side, you steam what you need, then you rinse. That's it. If you haven't used everything, you throw it away. Okay. We're going to use the larger one because it's easier to handle a bigger thing. Again, a small mistake on a small thing is big. A small mistake on a large thing goes unnoticed.
Exactly.
We're going to put half, and by half I mean this.
A third.
No, it's half measured from here.
All right.
It's not an exact thing, you don't have to worry. But you're gonna, this is how far you're gonna grow.
Okay.
And this is where you start.
Oh, it's already cold enough. That's
Yeah,
exactly. Where it goes.
In a cafe, this milk would go directly in the fridge. It will not be sitting around. So again, we're gonna release. Then we're gonna put, usually you can't keep talking and all this. Once you release, you start. But we're gonna put this at an angle. So you're not going like this, you're not going like that. You're actually going at 45 degrees angle. And I let you both take a look in here. And the tip is going into the milk. So I'm not gonna cover here, and I'm gonna go about halfway.
Oh, okay. So just barely underneath.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna turn it on, and again, it's a very quick thing, but right now I'm speaking, so I have to go slow. I'm gonna turn it up, the steam is gonna start coming out, and I'm incorporating air. So as I incorporate air, the milk grows, but I want the tip to always stay in the same place at the surface. So as it grows, I bring it down. So it's always, so this is the hard part, because you don't have all this time that I'm talking. It's a very quick thing. And the more potent the machine, the quicker it is. So in my cafe, I had maybe 2 seconds for the whole process. Here we have a little bit more, but not that much more. So again, I'll put it up, I'll bring it down, and I bring it down, you're gonna notice it's this hand here, help guide, and once it has grown to that level, to this here, then I'll stop, and I'll keep my hand here and I'll feel the temperature. I need to turn it off before it burns me. I'm supposed to feel it hot but not burning, because again, like a cappuccino should be drunk right away. So it should be hot enough that it's a hot drink, but you don't burn and you don't have to wait. So I'm gonna release the steam again, because we've been talking. And now I'm actually gonna do it.
Do you remember that bit?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So I have reached the place I want to. I reach the temperature. I turn it off. It's a quick thing, right? You can't like let it sit around. First thing I do is actually release the steam.
A bit. Okay.
And then you need to look at the proper light.
Oh, that's
You always, before you pour, you always do this. But you see that it's shiny? It's almost like latex paint.
Yes, it looks like a...
Oh, yeah.
And you have...
When you start the meringue, you know?
Oh,
like
yeah.
Glass.
So you have a few tiny bubbles here that are a bit bigger, so it's not a perfect one. But there aren't huge bubbles, and there isn't that dry, like those big blisters all over. So you can, if you have a bit of bubbles, you can hit, destroy them, and then you do this to incorporate. And you see
it gets even thicker, right? The foam.
So you see that it literally is a shiny, creamy thing. When you're pouring, I mean, we don't have coffee now, right? But you hold your cup at 45 degrees. Imagine the coffee is there. And I want to hit this here with the milk. So again, before, we're not waiting all this time.
So not
by
flat. You don't pour it in.
So by waiting, this is drying and the whole consistency is changing, but I'm speaking as we go. So you do this, you have coffee there, you start high. When it reaches the edge, then you do this,
goes
and then you
straight.
come down.
Oh,
And you see the way it was creamy, and
Oh.
now even you don't see, but you see how it's getting thicker on top.
Yeah.
So once you have the coffee, you're gonna notice. So you don't pour milk and then add the foam, right? A lot of places you're gonna see they put a spoon here
yes,
Yes.
yes,
and
yes.
they pour the milk. First of all, they foamed it differently, so they actually have the foam sitting
Right.
on top, and they hold it back, pour the milk, and, then
foam.
scoop the foam.
Yeah.
No, it's all like there's no spoon ever.
Yes.
It's one element, and it's how you pour that you create the different textures. So when I come from the top, it actually has power and it goes into the coffee. And yes, you could potentially do it like this, but by angling, you actually have more depth of the coffee, so you get in easier.
Okay.
So you go in, once it reaches the level, then you come down, and it has to be fast too. You come down, and then you start creating that thicker foam, because again, time had passed, and you're slowing down, so it's drying up, and it's changing the texture. And then you put that white on top, the round, which is the Cappuccino from the monks, from the Capuchin monks that had the brown robes and the white foreheads. Not forehead, the top of the head without shave. So that's what the name comes from as well.
Wow.